We are going to start next experiment in pharmacology and toxicology experiment. Its effect of to interpret it from the graph by observing the effect of spasmogen and relaxant on the intestine of rabbit by using the CD of MSBT. Effect of spasmogens and relaxant on the rabbit intestine.
This experiment is effect of spasmogens and relaxants on rabbit intestine.
This is experiment in your manual.
The objectives of this experiment are to understand the terms spasmogens, spasmodics, spasmogenic and antispasmodics or spasmolytic or spasm relaxants, to understand the phenomena of peristalsis, to understand the terms spasm, tonic spasms, atony, cramp.
These are the objectives of experiment. Then requirements: animal, rabbit, physiological salt solution is steroid solution, drug acetylcholine 1 mg per ml. Instruments or equipment used in the experiments are Charrington rotating drum, student's organ bath, aeration tube, aerator, frontal writing lever, stand, clamps, plasticine wax. Then theory.
Spasms characterized by sudden and involuntary increase in constriction of smooth muscles. Spasmogens are agents which initiate muscle spasm. Relaxants are agents which decreases tone of smooth muscles. In intestine, presence of food triggers neural and central parasympathetic reflexes, causing contraction resulting onward movement of food bolus.
Means spasms. Spasms is characterized by sudden and involuntary increase in constriction of smooth muscle. In this experiment, we have to study two terms, spasmogens and relaxant, in which firstly, spasms, it is characterized by there is sudden and involuntary increase in constriction of smooth muscle. It is known as spasm. And spasmogens means these are the drug, they produce a spasm, is known as spasmogen. And spasmogens are also known as spasmodics or spasmogenics. Acetylcholine and barium chloride, they both act as spasmogens or as a spasmodic agents. Then relaxant means the drug which relieve the spasm of smooth muscle, means they produces relaxation and they relieve the spasm. Spasm means it is characterized by sudden involuntary and sudden increase in constriction. Means relaxant agent, they relieve the spasm, that is they relieve the involuntary increase in constriction of smooth muscle by producing relaxation. Relaxant produces relaxation. So another term for relaxant is antispasmodic or spasm.
Obstruction in intestinal lumen is painful and results in cramp known as colic. Loss of peristalsis is known as atony of intestine. Spasmodics initiate smooth muscle contractions and restore peristalsis. Smooth muscle relaxants like papaverine and adrenaline reduce tone, force of contractility and induces relaxation. Acetylcholine increases tone and force of contraction of smooth muscles of intestine through muscarinic receptor and is spasmogenic in action. Atropine-like parasympatholytics nullifies spasmogenic effect of acetylcholine on muscarinic receptor and acts as spasmolytic.
In which obstruction in intestinal lumen is painful and result in the cramp is known as colic, means there is difficulty or obstruction in the intestinal lumen. Then it is painful, and this painful obstruction in the intestinal lumen is results cramp, and this is termed as colic. Then loss of peristalsis is known as atony of intestine, means lack of normal muscle tone, that is atony of intestine. Then spasmodics means spasmogens. Spasmogens initiate smooth muscle contraction and restore peristaltis. Spasmodic, they are responsible for the contraction. Thus, they initiate the contraction of smooth muscle and restore the peristalsis movement. Then smooth muscle relaxants like papaverine and adrenaline. Smooth muscle relaxant, that is, they are under the relaxant category. Their examples, papaverine and adrenaline, they reduces the tone, then force of contractility also reduces and produces relaxation. Smooth muscle relaxant produces relaxation by reducing tone and contractility. Their examples are papaverine and adrenaline. Then acetylcholine increases the tone and force of contraction of smooth muscle of intestine through the muscarinic receptor and its spasmogenic action, means acetylcholine, it shows contraction effect and produces spasmogens effect by action on the muscarinic receptor. Then atropine like parasympatholytic agent, they nullify, that is, they stop the or prevent spasmogenic effect of acetylcholine and shows their action, that is spasmolytic action, that is they produces relaxant effect. Parasympatholytic agent, that is atropine, which nullify the spasmogenic effect of acetylcholine on the muscarinic receptor and act as spasmolytic. Here atropine and acetylcholine, they are antagonists of each other. Therefore, atropine nullify the spasmogenic effect of acetylcholine on the muscarinic receptor and produces spasmolytic action, that is relaxant effect. This is theory behind the experiment. The next procedure.
To study the effect of spasmogens and relaxants on rabbit intestine, isolate the jejunum of small intestine. Clean the contents of jejunum with thyroid solution in a syringe. Avoid any damage to smooth muscle lining of jejunum. Take a piece of jejunum about 2 to 3 cm long. Ensure the lumen of the jejunum is clean and open. Tie the thread to the top and bottom ends of the jejunum loosely. Ensure lumen remains open. Now mount the preparation in organ bath containing thyroid solution. Maintain the temperature of water bath at 37 degrees centigrade. Aerate the muscle preparation with aerator. Now stabilize the muscle preparation for 30 minutes under a. To study the effect of intestine, isolate the jejunum of small intestine. Clean the contents of jejunum with thyroid solution in a syringe. Avoid any damage to smooth muscle lining of jejunum. Take a piece of jejunum about 2 to 3 cm long. Ensure the lumen of the jejunum is clean and open. Tie the thread to the top and bottom ends of the jejunum loosely. Ensure lumen remains open. Now mount the preparation in organ bath containing thyroid solution. Maintain the temperature of water bath at 37 degrees centigrade. Aerate the muscle preparation with aerator. Now stabilize the muscle preparation for 30 minutes under a tension of 0.5 to 1 gram. During stabilization, wash it with fresh quantity of thyroid solution for at least 4 times. Now start the drum. You will observe the intestine shows pendular rhythmic movements under normal conditions evident from the pattern of tracings. Now inject 0.1 ml of stock solution of acetylcholine in the reservoir. Record the contractions.
Which solution is used as stock solution in this experiment?
Acetylcholine.
Acetylcholine.
This procedure is started from the isolation of intestine of rabbit, but it is started from firstly give the middle incision on the abdomen and expose the whole abdomen. After that, dissect out the small intestine, piece of the small intestine, which is taken into the petri dish, and which this petri dish containing thyroid solution. This thyroid solution is physiological salt solution and which is used to survive this isolated piece of small intestine. And then place this one end of this intestine over the one tip of pipette under the air pressure and wash this, and then you are already seen in the procedure. Pass the thread from the both the side of intestine and insert the needle from the inner side of intestine. Then aeration tubes are also provided to provide the oxygen supply, and also frontal writing lever arrangement is here, and then taking the response on Sherrington recording drum and device. Firstly, inject the stock solution.
For 30 seconds. You will observe upward movement of tip of the frontal writing lever. This indicates increase in tone and contractility of the preparation. Therefore, we can say acetylcholine shows spasmogenic action. Allow the preparation to relax by rapidly washing with fresh quantity of thyroid solution to wear off the effect of acetylcholine. Record normal pendular movements. Now inject 0.1 ml of stock solution of barium chloride and record the response. You will observe increase in tone and force of contraction as evident in the tracings. Therefore, we can say barium chloride also shows spasmogenic action. Allow the preparation to relax by washing with fresh quantity of thyroid solution to wear off effect of barium chloride. Record normal pendular movements once again. Now inject 0.1 ml stock solution of atropine followed by 0.1 ml stock solution of acetylcholine. Record the response for 1 minute. You will see the preparation shows normal pendular movements. This indicates acetylcholine in the presence of atropine doesn't show any change in normal pendular activity. Therefore, we can say atropine nullifies spasmogenic effect of acetylcholine and acts as antagonist of acetylcholine. Relax the tissue properly and record normal pendular movements. Now inject 0.1 ml stop.
Means up to this acetylcholine when injected to the intestine of rabbit, it shows contraction effect, that is spasmogenic effect is observed. Also barium chloride when inject, then it also shows spasmogens effect or spasmogenic effect, that is contraction of intestine of rabbit. But when atropine is given with acetylcholine, then it shows normal pendular movement, because atropine and acetylcholine are antagonists of each other. What is mean by antagonist? Anyone?
Stop the action of other drugs.
Stop the action.
Okay, so antagonist means one drug stop the action of another drug. Then atropine produces spasmolytic effect. But when they both are in combination, acetylcholine and atropine, then it shows normal pendular movement.
Talk solution of adrenaline. Record the response. You will observe the preparation is now relaxed, evident from the reduced tone and force of contractility. Hence, one can say adrenaline acts as smooth muscle relaxant.
After the acetylcholine, atropine, barium chloride injected to the intestine of rabbit, then adrenaline is injected, then it shows smooth muscle relaxant property, that is it is also shows relaxant effect, that is spasmolytic effect. Then next observations. Firstly, acetylcholine is injected. Then what happens? There is contraction, that is increased or stimulated effect is observed. Screen is visible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Acetylcholine shows or act as spasmodic or spasmogenic agent. It produces contraction of the intestine of rabbit. It shows stimulated effect. Why it is stimulated? Do you understand? Yes or no? Stimulated means increases or contraction effect is produced by acetylcholine. That is in their response stimulated. Increase झाली किंवा decrease झाली normal पेक्षा?
Increase.
Increase means stimulated. Stimulated or depressed or relaxed?
Stimulated.
Stimulated.
Then barium chloride, their dose is 0.1 ml. Then it also shows stimulated, that is increased effect, tone and force of contraction increased. Then atropine and acetylcholine, they are given in combination 0.1 ml each, then it produces normal pendular movement. Then last adrenaline, it shows relaxation effect, that is relaxed or spasmolytic effect. Did you get the observations? When
Yes,
0.1
ma'am.
Yes,
ml
ma'am.
dose of
Yes, ma'am.
acetylcholine, then it shows increased tone and force of contractions. It is seen in the graph. When barium chloride is injected 0.1 ml, then it also shows stimulated response, that is it also increases force of contraction and tone. Then atropine and acetylcholine, they are given 0.1 ml each, then it produces normal pendular movement. When adrenaline is injected 0.1 ml, it shows relaxation effect or spasmolytic effect.
You have learned that cholinergics are spasmogenic and anticholinergics are antispasmodic. Sympathomimetics or adrenergics are smooth muscle relaxants.
In this experiment, we learn cholinergic. Cholinergic means acetylcholine. They are spasmogenic, means they produces spasm or contraction. And anticholinergic. Anticholinergic means atropine. Atropine are the antispasmodic, means they having the spasmolytic action. That is, they produces relaxation. And sympathomimetic, that is adrenergic, shows smooth muscle relaxant action. This is conclusion of this experiment. Parasympathomimetic, that is cholinergic, that is acetylcholine. It shows spasmogenic action. Spasmogenic, it is also known as spasmodic. And anticholinergic, that is parasympatholytic agents, atropine. They are antispasmodic, means they are also known as spasmolytic, that is, they are relaxant. And sympathomimetic or adrenergic, they are smooth muscle relaxant, that is, they produces relaxation effect and act as spasmolytic agent. This is about experiment number 12. Any doubt?